Mess has always been that staple song for me. I've probably sang it at every single show that I've done for over a decade. It was always just a great introduction when I get to first encounter people to be able to sing like a pop soulful chorus and then to be able to rap and tell a story. The chorus popped into my head. It was one of those things that just kind of fell into my lap. I didn't even play guitar at the time. I was borrowing my roommates and I was in the dining room and I vividly remember sitting there playing these chords. Somebody get me out this mess I'm in. Trying to do the best I can, but I keep on stumbling over and over again. I didn't even know if the song was good when I first wrote it. You know, I remember playing it at a show here in Nashville, and a bunch of my friends came out, and Toby Mac, co-owner of Goatee, which is a label I was on, he came to that show and afterwards pulled me aside. He was like, "Mess?" He's like, "That's the one." My favorite part of the song is it's a tie between the horns and the strings. David Davidson arranged the strings and recorded him here in Nashville. I remember hearing them and tearing up. To hear a song that I wrote come to life through somebody else's, musical interpretation, let alone the beauty of the sound of strings. And then Phil Lasseter's horn arrangement, and he played those himself. It's like got the Roy Hargroves, John Mayer, D'Angelo feel, and it just makes that chorus just like bounce and come to life. And being able to write a song and sing about the frustration of struggling with myself over and over again, and being honest about that and not pretending like I have it all together, is just a great way to connect with people. And be able to kind of like be myself. Mess was a lot like Rain Down in that I didn't know how to remake it. I didn't want to touch the original. It was done so well. That already was a song. So when I went to remake it, I think I had like 5 different versions. I kept trying and trying and trying. And I had one that I liked, but the verses, I just hadn't settled on a verse. And I remember teaching songwriting at Camp Electric here in Nashville. And a student asked me a question. They were like, "Hey, what would you recommend doing if you get stuck on a song?" And I just made up an answer, like on the spot. And I was like, well, you could take somebody else's song that you like and just kind of like borrow their chord progression and then take your verse or what you've written and maybe, try to rewrite it over that progression. And I gave that answer, and then on the drive home I was like, well, I need to test this theory. So I did that with the verse to Mess to I think it was John Mayer and Khalid's song, is it Out of My Head? And I was in the car listening to that progression, and I took the words that I had written and kind of just like sang this new melody over these different chords. Then I changed the chords to a new progression, and voila, I had a verse. Hey Fuzzy, it's still floating. I probably could remake Mess 100 different times. I feel like the song itself just has so many different directions that it could go, but this is the one I settled on, and I love the bounce of it. I love that I was able to kind of pay homage to the original, and that they both can coexist in the same world.